time. Well, I'm looking on the screen with everybody here, and you made it. For those first timers who haven't done training before, you've made it through the full 2 days. So well done. Yes, I can see Kate doing a little bit of a jig there, and Daryl, well done. So look, I hope you've had a little bit of fun along the way, but I hope you've had a lot of learning as well, and that you've connected with each other as much as we can on a Zoom meeting. And we've had some breakout rooms there where it's going to smaller groups, where we've had some good conversations. I'm going to open it in a moment for feedback, but before I do that, I just want to say a couple of things. And the first is, this has been recorded, so it is going to be on the YouTube channel for the district. There's a lot of information we've gone through. There's a lot of information that you will be able to do suggestions for your clubs that you're working with. Go back to those sections. You have the agenda. You don't have to go through the whole 2 days again, but look for those bits that you might have missed out on, or you want to dig down deeper to try and really understand what someone was saying, or some of the information that you missed. And you can just fast forward to that section in the video. With the email that I sent out about the training, there's a lot of links in there of information, but also go onto the TI website. The only way you know where things are if you start to look for yourself and have a little bit of a play around. And it's the same with the district website. Go on there, click on a few things, do some searches, and it's the same with the dashboard as well, the Toastmasters dashboard. Once you start understanding how it works, it's a gold mine of information that will be able to help you there. I do want to say again, thank you for turning up. And really, from myself, from Namrita and Danny as being the trio for this district, I really want to ask you for your help now going forward to be able to make a difference to this district. Because when we make a difference to the district, we're making a difference to our clubs. And when we're making a difference to our clubs, ultimately, it's our members. Our clubs are our vehicle for doing that. The member experience, what people come to Toastmasters about, they achieve that. We change lives in Toastmasters, and those people go out and talk about that. It's a great thing that we do, but we can't do that with just the trio members or even the extended team. We need you to be all working together, understanding what we're saying and going out and doing that. So I ask you, please, to be working with us over these next 12 months to really kick some goals and bring us back from this dark period we've had with the pandemic. Let's start looking at those stats, building clubs, putting some new clubs on, but also let's make sure that we're concentrating on our existing clubs, and let's make sure that we're raising the district so we can actually deliver some great stuff for our members. Now with that, I'll just like to open up to the group. Any comments anybody would like to make? Any feedback on the last 2 days? Anything at all? Don't be shy. We're all friends now. We're all working together.
Really good.
Really good, Daryl. Thank you.
Big words, I know. Like.
Well, you could have said really, really good.
Okay, really.
You have to be the word of the day for our division director meeting next time, Daryl.
The what?
The word of the day. You should be the word master.
It'll be
for
really,
our next division director meeting.
It'll be really, because Liz would never let us use that word at Devils.
I'm dobbing on you.
I can see some comments coming here about also enjoying the last few days. Thank you very much. Great, Dot. Thank you. And it is a group effort. There's been so many people that's contributed to this, and the presenters, and not least yourselves, because you're here listening, absorbing stuff, and hopefully taking it away, but also contributing through the chat and through the conversations we've had through open mic. And again, I come back to it as well. I'm happy to have positive debate about anything. We all need to be on the same page. We all need to get some thoughts out of, well, what about this, or this isn't working? That's good, because we can work on that. As long as it's always from a positive place in my heart and in your hearts, there's no problems about having this debate. Any other feedback?
Namrita.
I would let Amit go. I will talk later.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah, so I think that was a great session, Carl. I really enjoyed attending both days. I do wish we could have done this in person. It's a bit more interactive, but somehow I felt, having those breakout groups and having those brainstorming sessions did bridge the gap. And of course, having been part of these groups before, I think we are all set for success this year. I think it's a fantastic team that has been onboarded this year. Some really great leaders coming on board, and of course, backing them with the right training and connections and networking. I think we're setting up everyone for success. Thanks for organizing this, Carl.
Thank you, Amit. Anyone else?
I'd just like to say that I found it quite interesting over the last 2 days that one of the things that worked really well today, I think, was the smaller breakout groups. Because when it's the massive, large group, I think it does tend to stop an easy flow of conversation. And those smaller breakout groups made that work so much better. So thank you very much for your time. And it's been interesting. I feel like I kind of quarter know maybe some of the things that I'll be needing to learn over the next 12 months.
Thank you. Yes, and as a new area director coming in, yes, it may seem a little bit, wow, there's a mountain to climb here of information and things to do, but it does get easier. I always say that there's plenty of support around you. We have some roles that aren't filled at the moment. We're going to have some struggling clubs. We're in leadership. There's going to be challenges there. That's why we step up. But there's support around you. Just talk to the people who are closer to you in your direct report line, and anybody else. There's plenty of people that we can work through this together to get some good results, as Amit said, at the end of this year. I'm really excited and really hopeful with the blend of people that we've got, because it's people that make it after all, and I think we've got some great people. Anybody else?
I'd just like to say, yes, these events, while we are online, they are a little bit different, but engage with as much that the district does put on us as you possibly can. You get to know the faces and the people, and yes, this session was quite informative, but you'll pick up things as you go. So continue to engage, speak up if you get stuck. There is always someone to help, and get yourself a mentor. Glad to have you all here.
Yeah, and we will be endeavoring to have some face-to-face in-person events as we move forward. We've just come out, Victoria, not that long ago, of our 4th lockdown, but hopefully we'll be able to do some face-to-face where we can do this. But as was mentioned earlier, there's a lot of convenience of being able to do this. When you finish the meeting now, you don't have to travel and through rain, or it's cold out there, you're already home. So there is some convenience there.
Carl, I would like to
Go. No, who was that? Go.
I would like to add one thing that I actually missed in the area director club visit report, that we had done a similar session last year around same time, and the area director reports that we received this time around was of very good quality, very less not applicable, but very relevant information that actually could support and help the clubs. So that is what definitely we are hoping from the new area directors, and hopefully, that will benefit the club executives and the club overall. That is one thing. There's one more thing that definitely I want to mention, that I so miss the in-person, laughters on our silly Toastmaster jokes, the giggles, the yeses, yes, and the ooh, all the boos, and also definitely miss that aspect. It's very difficult to track those things in a virtual environment, but I hope we will have those in person, not completely, but at least few of those sessions going forward this year. Fingers crossed. And I think so, yeah, I've said this yesterday also, get comfortable being uncomfortable, in a very good sense though, because that's where the real growth and development happens. And please have fun. There has to be fun. That is mandatory. That is absolutely mandatory.
Yes, and there has to be chocolate involved. Don't forget chocolate.
I think so we need to tell why Carl is
Well,
asking for chocolates.
Because I'm greedy when it comes to chocolate, that's why.
You're
You can,
supply your own
you can
chocolate.
bribe him. You can bribe him with
Indeed.
chocolates.
Danny, would you like to say a few words?
I did just say a couple then. However, I would mirror what everybody else has said. This journey in both the area director and division director roles, they're fantastic. You learn and grow a lot. You get the opportunities to be a part of the district and wider. If there is something that you see and you'd like to be a part of it, speak up. If you know people who would benefit, encourage them and make the journey your own. There will be tricky times, that's part of it, but you will become a much better person within yourself, within your personal and professional lives by going on this journey, and I applaud you all for doing so. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for becoming a part of what we all just can't give up. So yeah, great group this year. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do in 2021, 22. There's too many t sounds in that. We don't boo, I promise, in-person events. We don't boo, do we, Namrita? We don't bite, talk to anyone. There are no there are boundaries, but there's no hierarchies as such. Don't be afraid to speak to people. Of course, respect people's time, but you'll usually find someone able to help or to point you in the right direction.
Excellent. Thank you, Danny. All right, I'm looking at the time. 1 minute to go. We might wrap up now so you can have some of a Sunday left. Again, use the recording as a resource and do reach out to people. You are never alone, and we look forward to working with you because now the leadership is starting. The training is finished, or the first step in the training is finished. As of tomorrow, your leadership journey is really beginning. So let's do this together. Reach out to people, and through your area directors, meetings that you'll be having with your division directors, and through the division directors we're meeting, we will all be connecting and having ongoing conversations. So this weekend is only the start, which I think is going to be a fabulous journey for everybody. So have a good weekend, everybody. I'm going to keep the Zoom room open for a little while. I'll still be here if you want to stay around and chat on that, but otherwise stay safe and stay warm. It is cold out there.
All the best, everyone. I'm done.
May I just add in before everyone leaves, I have shared District 73's social media pages, including YouTube. Please follow these pages. Please join in. There's a lot of bustle and discussions that happen there. We will love to have you all there.
Thank
And that's
you.
a great way to stay connected as well.
Yes.